What's poppin', people? Welcome back to yet another video on my channel, excuse the dog in the background. If you guys happen to hear it in the background, I can hear it clearly, but I don't know if you guys are gonna hear it either. So yeah, I just wanted to get right to it. Today I wanted to discuss and shed light because I was inspired to create this video because I mean, I've been wanting to do a video regarding this topic a long time ago, but yesterday it was announced that the GOAT of reggaeton is actually gonna be retiring after 32 years in the music industry, and my heart just I just wanted to talk about it because I don't even know how to feel. If you don't know who the GOAT is of reggaeton, it's Daddy Yankee, and you know, I grew up on Daddy Yankee. I think a lot of us grew up on Daddy Yankee, and so I kind of wanted to talk about not only him, but then also like the impact of like reggaeton and what reggaeton is, the genre, where it came from, the history behind it, all of that. And of course, like, I'm not gonna go into details. You can't quote me on literally everything because there's a lot of history. I'm only gonna be sharing like what I know personally, and just like the facts that I'm aware of and where the genre came from. And then yeah, so reggaeton was a genre that was born in the 1990s. However, it didn't pop off until the 2000s, the early 2000s to be exact. We have many pioneers, Daddy Yankee being one of the main pioneers in this genre, but you know, we also have Don Omar, we have Nicky Jam, we have Looney Tunes, Baby Rasta, Hector y Tito, Rakim NY, Alexis y Fido, Wisin y Yandel. Like, there's so many different iconic people that contributed to the genre itself. But reggaeton the origin is from Puerto Rico. Before Puerto Rico, basically the only people that had reggaeton or like reggaeton's related beats or whatever was El General, why did I say it like that? El General, who is basically, he's Panamanian. So reggaeton is like, the way that I describe it to the average person that don't really understand or comprehend what reggaeton is, the way I describe it, it's basically Latino hip-hop. So it's basically hip-hop, rap, all of that, but in Spanish. And it's 10 times more, like, if you think rap and hip-hop or hip-hop rap is explicit, like, you are in for a treat when it comes to reggaeton, because let me tell you something, reggaeton is even more explicit, okay? Like, y'all can't relate, and I'm not gonna get into it as to, you know, how explicit it gets, but just know that it gets very explicit very fast. And you know, we also have, alongside reggaeton, is dembow. It comes from the Dominican Republic. Reggaeton and dembow are kind of like, you can't get them mixed up because they are pretty much like, you can tell the different vibe, like the beat and all of that, but you can basically, they are, I don't know how interchangeable, I don't know. People just listen to both heavily, but one is from the Dominican Republic and reggaeton is from Puerto Rico. So, you know, we look at Don Omar. Nowadays, there's the modern reggaetoneros. We have like J Balvin, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican. J Balvin, he's Colombian. Karol G, I don't really listen to her, but she's Colombian from what I know. So there's like a lot more diversity when it comes to reggaeton nowadays, but back in the day it was mostly either Panamanian or Puerto Rican, but Puerto Rican heavy because it comes from Puerto Rico. Like the sound, the actual dun, 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 I don't even know how to, like, it's the beat, like the iconic reggaeton beat that is incorporated in pretty much every single, like, you know, song. So yeah, pretty much reggaeton came out in the 1990s, but it wasn't recognizable. Oh, I forgot Vico C too. So Vico C was like one of the biggest. Vico C and El General were like one of the first reggaetoneros. And so they were kind of like the first people that paved the way and made it seem like possible, and made it seem, or kind of showcase like, hey, there's this new genre that is emerging. But before that, nobody else was doing it. And before that, it was pretty much like dominated by, like, Latin America was pretty much dominated by salsa, merengue, bachata, and like yeah, that's pretty much it. Or, you know, like mambo, all that shit. But the thing is that used to be like the only things that people would listen to. Like if I speak to my parents, for example, and they're both Venezuelan, you know, in the 1990s or in the 80s, when they grew up, like if I asked them if reggaeton was being played, they would easily be like, hell no. Like all they listened to was salsa, merengue, you know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much all that was played in Latin America until reggaeton hit. And you know, it is the cultural worldwide phenomenon that it is now, which I credit that heavy to Daddy Yankee. And this is why I was so sad to hear that he's retiring. This man don't even look a day over 30. Like literally he's pushing 50 something at this point. But he started his career in the 1990s, and you know, I'll probably insert some clips so y'all can see like the vibe. But Daddy Yankee's been around for a while, and he paved the way for reggaeton, and he pretty much made it what it is. Like he made it global, and he paved the way for all these other reggaetoneros that are, you know, now emerging or just, you know, in the mix. And there's so many. I could sit here and like make a whole video about just the amount of reggaetoneros he's inspired. But like pretty much even like especially when we're talking about like Bad Bunny, you know what I'm saying, they've all given him his flowers. Like literally every single person that has been inspired by him, they've all given him his flowers. So Daddy Yankee's known for pretty much making reggaeton global. But again, before, it just wasn't even a thing. Like it wasn't a genre, and it wasn't recognized as much as it is now. And I wanted to make this video also just because it reminds me of growing up. Like, you know, I grew up in the early 2000s, and like my older sister was the one that put me on to reggaeton like really young. And you know, Ivy Queen, like all of the OGs. Like I know all of the OGs. And I will also I'm gonna bless y'all with my reggaeton playlist, because I have like, I don't even know how many songs I have. Let's see how many songs I have on this playlist, because I made this reggaeton playlist a couple of years ago, probably like 2018, 2019. So let me see. 791 songs, okay? And it has dembow and reggaeton. So let me show you guys the difference, and I can only play it for a certain amount because I don't want to get copyright, whatever. So let me play like, yes, I'm gonna play, no, that one's oh my god, it's because they're all super like explicit. But okay, so this is dembow. This is dembow, Dominican Republic, like I said. Hear the beat. So that's dembow, which goes crazy. I love dembow. And then let me see, who can I play? Shit, I should play some Daddy Yankee, some old Daddy Yankee. I want to show y'all like his OG ones. Oh well, no, Seguroki. Let me see. See what I'm saying? Like this man is OG. Let me see the fucking vibes. The difference. So yeah, I'm gonna just end this video here. Hopefully you learned some fun facts about reggaeton, and you'll tap into my, and dembow too in there. Included dembow too because I love dembow. But yeah, go ahead and give this video a like if you like it, subscribe if you haven't, and down below I'll have the direct link to my reggaeton playlist so y'all can tap in. Thank you so much for watching. I will see y'all on my